right on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Today, I want to talk to you about a place in the UK, a very special place that is unique. This place is called Speaker's Corner, a little background that you can look up at royalparks.org.uk. But here's a little bit of information just to start you with. The origins of Speaker's Corner, as it is known today, stem from 1866, when a meeting of the Reform League demanding the extension of the franchise, that's the vote, was suppressed by the government. Marches and protests had long convened or terminated their routes in Hyde Park, which is where Speaker's Corner is, often at Speaker's Corner itself. Finding the park locked, demonstrators tore up hundreds of yards of railing to gain access. 3 days of riots followed. The next year, when the crowd was up to 150,000, they defied another government ban and marched to Hyde Park. Police and troops did not intervene. Spencer Walpole, the then Home Secretary, resigned the next day. In 1872, Parks Regulation Act, the right to meet and speak freely in Hyde Park was established through a series of regulations governing the conduct of meetings. The speaking area of Hyde Park, as defined in legislation, extends far beyond Speaker's Corner, but it is here where most people congregate. In addition, Hyde Park's long tradition of accommodating large public demonstrations and rallies continues today. Now that's a bit of background. Why am I talking about this? Well, yet again, the UK authorities are stepping in and stopping free speech, even here at Speaker's Corner, where the law was passed protecting this special place from such action. But this weekend, Sunday to be precise, in Hyde Park, one man among many will fight back. Listen to him in his own words. His name is Tommy Robinson, and you can find details about him online at tommyrobinson.online. But I want you to listen to him now, and I want you to follow him this weekend in particular. There will be links on my site later on today, because free speech is under attack everywhere. Take a listen.
So basically, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to talk about freedom of speech being under attack. And as I'm trying to talk about freedom of speech, these guys have turned up. They've told me I'm not allowed to talk about freedom of speech. I'm not allowed to. I have to leave this park. I'm in Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park. I was here to talk about the value and the history behind Speaker's Corner. 300 years of history. 300 years of history, people have come here with difference of opinions and difference of thoughts. From George Orwell to Lenin, to Karl Marx. People have been free to come to this park, to criticise different ideas, to debate. Only that's changed now. Now, people who come here and talk about Islam face threats to their life and violent attack. Our identity, part of being British, is freedom of speech. One of the fundamental things we must protect. The person whose opinion you must protect is the person whose opinion you do not agree with. And right now that's under attack. Martin Sellner was invited to give a speech by UKIP youth. When he attempted to fly into our country, he was held. He was arrested. His partner, Brittany Pettibone, was arrested. They spent 3 days in a detention centre before they were deported from our country. Why? I'll tell you why. Because no longer is freedom of speech real in Britain. We live in a post-free speech era. If you criticise Islam, the government will come down on you. These guys here, currently accosting my camera crew, will come down on you. That's real. The threat against free speech, from closing down people's Twitter accounts, from shutting down their Facebooks, from arresting and detaining journalists at airports, from Lauren Southern being banned from our country. All of this is because you're not free to criticise Islam. And the reason why is because our government and our police force are terrified of the reaction that the hostile Islamic community will commit if we criticise Islam. And that's why I'm asking you, if you value freedom of speech, if you value 300 years of history, if you value part of who we are, then I ask you to come to Speaker's Corner at 3 p.m. this Sunday. They may stop the speaker. They will not stop the speech.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.